Hi,
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're tuning in from. We are so glad to be here on this live with our special guest, Coach Katrina. You are such an inspiration to me. Since starting my business, you are on my page. I've been following you since from the beginning. And I have my co-hosts here with me today. Thank you, Lena, Maggie, and Noche. We've been doing this Go Live for 4 months now, and we are so excited to keep going and to keep showing up to our businesses and to show everyone and inspire a lot of people to join us. And hope one day you will be the one joining us soon. So we're gonna start for today. I'm gonna introduce myself, and I will give the space to all my co-hosts and our special guests to introduce themselves as well. My name is Paula. I am a Lebanese mom living in Melbourne, Australia, and I am a proud wife and a mom for two kids, toddlers, 4 and 2, and a stay-at-home mom. And I am a proud online business because we love what we do, and we hope we inspire someone as well along this live. Up to you, Lena.
Hello everyone. My name is Lena. I'm Iraqi, live in Australia, Melbourne. I'm a wife and a mom of two beautiful kids. I'm admin by background, but now I'm a proud online business owner. Off to you, Noche.
Hi everyone, I'm Notcha and also based here in Melbourne, Australia, but I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a wife and a mom of a 2-year-old baby boy. By profession, I am a finance officer and I'm also doing this online business. So I'm an online business owner and coach. And to you, Maggie.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Maggie Scary. I'm originally from Singapore, now living in Melbourne, Australia as well. I'm a wife and a proud mom to twin boys. I'm a proud digital business owner and I'm a qualified personal stylist and from the retail background. Now over to Paula.
Thank you so much to the beautiful ladies for joining us and being the co-host to this beautiful interview. And now the floor is for our special top leader, the coach Katrina. Off to you.
Hello, ladies. Oh my gosh. This is the first time I'm actually talking live to all at the same time with Australian beauties. Look at you, ladies. Thanks for having me here. I know we've scheduled this long time ago and then we were scheduled a bit because of, the schedule. So I am so happy to be here and I know the effort that you ladies put into here because mommyhood, motherhood, career wise, all the things that's going on within our lives and the business. I know this is not an easy feat to put together, but you're consistent here. So I am so honored. I am so privileged. And thank you for having me here. Oh, by
Thank
the
you
way,
so much,
introduction,
Katrina.
of course, for our audience. Sorry. I feel like we're just chatting here. I am Katrina. For those of you who are seeing me for the first time, I'm based here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Just like these ladies, I'm also an immigrant mom. I'm a mom of three boys, and I've been here in the online space and working in my business as well for 7 years now. And it's been a while since I've done a guesting like this because I paused for a while. Life's busy, but I'm happy to come back. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so sorry if I may add my background prior to the business in the Philippines. I used to be a nurse. I used to work at the TV station, news and public affairs, and also life insurance. And then moved here to Toronto a decade ago. It feels like yesterday, and survival jobs at the beginning, and then I worked at a law firm, more on admin work, and also at an investment firm. So that was the last job I held when I saw the business, and then lo and behold, I was able to quit my job and do this full time for more than 5 years now. So there you go.
We're so excited to have you here with us, and we are so incredibly happy to be sharing your story and inspire a lot of people because it's really an inspiring story to us. So, what we're gonna see from others, we're gonna start with our questions, and off we go to Lena.
Yes. Coach Katrina, you were about to go on a maternity leave. when
Mm-hmm.
you first discovered this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So, what made you decide to take a closer look and give it a chance for the online business?
I would say because I felt like we were at our rock bottom. So it cannot get any worse. So what's there to lose? So that was my thinking. And I know I remember this code way back, as they say, um, if you wish to change something, then you have nothing changes if nothing changes, right? It's insanity. It's insane to be expecting something different if you're not changing anything. So that was my thinking. So I really prayed, like, Lord, show me. Even before seeing this, I know I needed to do something different, but I don't have any idea what was it, what it is. So I just said, Lord, show me something. I was about to go on my mat leave, and I was feeling really anxious because that means I'll be getting like half my paycheck, because I will be getting employment insurance here in Canada when you're in between jobs, either when you're on the parental leave or you're in between, us transitioning to a different job. Then you have that a space like maximum a year where you can get where you can apply for employment insurance, and that's part of the things that we pay for when we get our paychecks. So that's the government's benefit for us. So that's technically 55% of our previous salary. So I was like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna grow a family of five with that half a salary? So to give you an idea, that's $1,000 Canadian per month. And my husband was back to school for his second career, also getting support from the government with his student loan. So you could just imagine. So that was the situation. And so I when I saw this opportunity, I really got curious at first. I'm not too sure if I can do it, if it's even real. But then something is tugging me. It feels like, okay, maybe I can check this out. And that was the start. There you go.
And you know what? I love the fact that you touch base on the fact that, like, it's a lot of mums would be feeling exactly the same way, where they know something needs to change, but they don't know how to get like what that is, and the fact that you touched on that, it's really inspiring, because it's a lot of what people feel, if you don't make any changes, nothing change. And okay, I've been following your journey, and like you, I've got boys as well. So I follow you, and I love your story. And so my question to you is, all right, what has been the biggest transformation in your life since starting this business, not just financially, but as a wife and a mom and a leader as well?
I get to play tennis on a random Friday afternoon with my boys. Well, my husband dropped me there prior to this one, and I can go to the park like 9, 10 in the morning and take a stroll, especially if it's summertime. I can drop my youngest to school. Back then, the other two are still young, like younger, so I can still send them off. Sending our yeah, dropping off my youngest, picking him up, and just having control over my time, being more accountable with my time. I think that's the most priceless thing. Before, I would just say hello and bye to my husband at the door. Yes, we see each other physically, but we're not we're not communicating because we're both tired, and that was and we're both not just physically but mentally and emotionally exhausted, and we're both anxious of what our future would look like, moving to Canada. And then it's like we're still in the same place even though it's a different country, right? So I think those are just some of you can say every day it feels so ordinary, but those are the things that we crave for when we're so busy trying to survive, right? And when we get out of the survival mode, we tend to appreciate more those things without the so much stress. Of course, there's still, like, ordinary life stresses here and there, which is healthy part of living. But now just having that uh, more flexibility and having more options, because before, when you're too tight, you don't have any options. Like with our previous apartment, we cannot afford any other place but that, even though it has bed bugs, unfortunately. So I told my that was one of the tipping point for me. So I told myself, never again would that happen. So looking back now, we can have options, and those are the things that come with making more. Yes, money is not the most important thing, but it affects the most important things and relationships in your life, right?
Wow, that's really amazing, Coach Katrina. That seeing you enjoying the time freedom that you now have with your family because of the opportunity of this online business that gave you, and because I've been following you, and of course, you're always be my inspiration, and I'm always thankful to your support when I started this business, even until now, for saying yes to this interview as well. Um, because you started this business while you're in maternity leave, do you somehow feel stuck during that time? And if there are moms as well who's watching right now who felt stuck between wanting to contribute for the family and wanting to have that time with their children, as you mentioned earlier, people now have options. Like parents like us now have options. So, what do you think you can say to them?
I think it's always part of, generally speaking, especially for us moms, and we also, whether we're stay-at-home moms or career moms, there's always that part of us, and I would always encounter comments or questions or stories like this when people reach out to me, that we are always torn in so many different directions. First of all, being a mom, being a parent, it's already like one of it's the I would say that's it's the hardest job of all, right? And there's also the other responsibilities, other relationships, like being a wife, being a daughter, being a friend. And when in our work, in our workplace, whatever our role is, that's taking a lot of mental, emotional energy from us, right? So during the time I was on my mat leave, yes, definitely I felt stuck. And not just at that time, I think it was just a tipping point, but I've always been thinking of how we can better our situation, how we can make things better. That's why we moved here to Canada, because we thought, moving abroad is the only ticket to success, right? And yeah, so yes, definitely I felt stuck. That's why I look for something that supplement our income. And yeah, so I really feel the stories of working moms, stay-at-home moms, and parents in general, mothers in general as well, like all these open tabs, the mental energy, right? I'm seeing, like, yes, it's like, yes, we're sitting down, but we're thinking of a lot of stuff, like the admin work in our work. um what's the next snack for our kids? Although I'm very grateful my husband takes care of, much of the household work, and I'm grateful because I told him I cannot anymore, like the mental load. He went back to the Philippines for 3 weeks. It's just 3 weeks, and it's the longest 3 weeks of my life. He is in charge of the food, the marketing, the cooking, the laundry, the ironing of the clothes, the morning food, preparing the snacks and lunch of the younger boys. Imagine, I I started doing when he was away. You guys might be, ladies might be shocked, like, what? Yes, and I learned how. I'm not proud of this, but I just recently learned doing the laundry, like a couple of
At
months
least
back.
you learned. At least you learned. That's fine.
Right? Because he's in charge of that. Like, I can do things, of course. That's out of the question. But the thing is, I don't have the mental energy to do those things anymore, like the physical energy. So he started teaching me how to operate the laundry, the machine, like at least a month before he went. And now I actually enjoyed it, except for the folding and the ironing. That's a different business, and I don't I don't enjoy that part at all. So the laundry that he left, when he left, like the clothes to be ironed, they're still there when he came back. And yeah, and we parents, especially us mothers, I believe we shouldn't be ashamed of asking for help. Just have a day off, or maybe hire a help, for that day. Here in Canada, there's different apps like TaskRabbit. You can pay somebody to do the ironing or cleaning the house, like every now and then. I think that is really a good thing, right? But I never got to that because he came back finally, and I told him, let's not do that again, please. At least while the kids are young. Yeah, so of course I do appreciate him, but I did appreciate him even more when he's away. So yeah, I got off tangent. What was the question?
That's amazing.
Thank you so much for hearing this from you, because always people say we do this business and we are something special, but we are real people. We have real struggles. That's why we join this business. And we say, thank God we have the support, as you was mentioning, your husband helps, someone helps. And as immigrants, we don't have family support. So if we don't have each other, we don't have anyone. At the same time, the overwhelming thinking of home, helping others is as well as an overwhelming thinking for us. And having the children, like, it's hard to be doing everything at the same time, because you think I'm doing a lot and you forgot about yourself. So this business is really something really nice and a life changing for a lot of people and for us as well. I'm gonna go with the next question,
Yes.
and I'm gonna ask you for, if you could go back and speak to the Katrina who was pregnant, overwhelmed, and unsure about the future, what advice would you give her today?
Trust your instinct. Go for it. You don't need to figure everything out, but trust in the process, embrace the journey. You don't need to know all the details, but if your heart and your mind, if your heart, pray about it. And if it speaks to you, there must be something good with it. And yeah, just trust yourself more and have fun along the way. I think that's the thing that I kind of put on the back burner because I was so focused on, hey, I need to, make money extra online. I need to be able to get this thing up and running before I went back to work. I'm a very I would say I'm a very goal driven person. I think started way back when I was young because how my parents, especially my mom, very strict, especially with studies. So back then I was like, I was dreading it, like how strict she was. But looking back, I guess that paid a lot of, it's worth it, right? So now I'm more accountable to myself. So I didn't know about manifestation, things like that before, but then like visualizing your goals. But at an early age, I remember like even as early as one elementary days is when I have a goal in mind. For example, we have in back in the days, I don't know if you ladies also call it like that, like periodical tests. It's like every grading period you have examinations. And even though I haven't studied yet, I know by that time I will be prepared no matter what. I just know, like deep within me. I don't know where that confidence come from, but I just know. So I'm already visualizing myself acing the exams. So yes, an A type student, but it's not the end all and be all. But yeah, so I would just really commend myself and be brave enough to just go and trust your instinct. And I'll tell my old self, have fun in the journey. You'll meet a lot of beautiful souls, just like you ladies here. Like, who would have thought, like, we would cross paths, right? Some of you I've met personally, like, of course, Maggie. Not sure if you have yet to meet in person, but, it feels like we've met already a million. I had a second thought. Have we met in person? It felt like
Yes.
it, right? So, um,
Yes.
and so
Soon,
many,
Coach K.
yeah, so many beautiful things to be looking forward to. And yeah, I think those are the main things that I will tell my old self. Yeah. and don't forget to have fun and trust God in the process. Work like it depends on you and pray like it depends on God. There you go.
100%. It's everything under God's willing. If we have the belief in ourselves and we believe that something is good has happening, positive vibes, as we say, positive mindset, you will get there. I want to say saying thank you to all the ladies with us here tonight, today and tonight, and wherever you're tuning in from. I want to say thank you to Rebecca for joining and saying hello to Coach Noche. And I
Thank
want to say hello to Manny and to Janelle. So, as you see, we are global. Melbourne, Australia, all over Australia, in Canada, and everywhere in the world. And thank you so much for your inspiration, and thank you for sharing your journey. So, um, as we say, like that, like normal people, we are not special. We are just people that we are going for a better life for ourselves and for our families. And that's the vision that we have that we will achieve. I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you, Coach Katrina, for saying yes and joining us. It was a very nice pleasure to meet you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Pleasure. Thank you, everybody. Go for it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Coach Kay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much.